Hi, I'm Nate. This is my persuasive speech. Do we care? Do we care for the world around us? The birds, the trees, the squirrels? Do we care for the health of our young ones, their well-being? Do we care for our own free will, the quality of life that we live? Smoking. It kills thousands of people every day and destroys the environment, the planet that we live in. All of this could be avoided. Today I'm going to discuss why smoking should be banned not only in public places, but altogether, everywhere. Let's start with the health hazards of smoking. Many smokers believe that when they smoke it is their choice and that it doesn't affect anyone around them. This couldn't be farther from the truth, sadly. Some of the side effects of breathing in secondhand smoke is chronic eye irritation, coughing, and sneezing. On top of that, obviously, one of the leading causes of lung cancer in those people who don't smoke is secondhand smoke. Now, I'm going to read this study that was taken in Scotland by Daniel Menzies in 2006. It mentions how, based on the pulmonary function of bar workers before and after the legal ban on smoking in enclosed places, it was clearly seen that there was a reduction in the symptoms attributable to secondhand smoke exposure in bar workers, and it improved pulmonary function. So we can clearly see that when secondhand smoke is taken out of the equation, it's easier to breathe. Now let's talk about actually smoking a cigarette. When you smoke a cigarette, you almost guarantee yourself lung cancer. Let's talk a little bit about lung cancer. Lung cancer started out when the cells in your lungs start doing erratic things. And they start doing these erratic things, such as growing outrageously, when they're affected by carcinogens. These carcinogens are what come from smoking. What they do is that they attack the genome and they distort the genome. The genome is what tells the cell what to do. It tells it to do whatever it does. So, when you smoke, you breathe in those carcinogens. The carcinogens therefore distort the genome, and the genome therefore tells the cell to do erratic things, causing lung cancer. Now, if cigarettes were taken out of the equation, if they were no longer there, one of the leading causes in lung cancer would be gone. Now let's talk about how smoking affects the environment. Let's start at the manufacturing level. Think about how much fuel it takes to run these giant industries that roll and package the cigarettes. Now let's think about how much deforestation happens to make room for the crops of tobacco. Now let's think about how many of those trees are used to make the paper that cigarettes are rolled with and the packaging that cigarettes are found in. Now, on top of that, once the cigarette gets to a person, it leaves behind a butt. Now, the average smoker smokes about 5 cigarettes a day. And there's about 1 billion people who smoke. So think about that. 5 billion cigarette butts a day. A day. That is a staggering number. All of those are poured out into our water systems, our oceans, or just on the ground. And sadly, once they are at those places, they find their ways into the digestive systems of squirrels, birds, and those poor animals die. On top of that, the secondhand smoke that animals breathe in, specifically birds, kills them. It's much more poisonous to birds than it is to us. Their fragile systems are unable to take in the fume, and they later die. So we can clearly see that smoking destroys. Even though it may provide a momentary, pleasurable moment, compared to all of the horrible things that it creates, making people sick, destroying the world we live in, it's not worth it to smoke. So I'm asking you, please care.